Luxe fam, the 2025 Primetime Emmy Awards just wrapped. And let me tell you, Hollywood was in rare form last night. This wasn't just another red carpet event. Nope, this was part drama, part comedy, part financial masterclass in how a single night can change the entire entertainment industry. We saw surprise sweeps by brand new shows. Seth Rogen proving he can roast Hollywood while winning Hollywood's highest honor. Jean Smart adding yet another Emmy to her collection. And some major snubs that have fans calling for an investigation. But Luxe Wealth Society doesn't just recap events. We decode the money moves behind them. So today we're going to talk winners, losers, shocking speeches, and how this one night will make streamers millions of dollars in the next 30 days. This is the breakdown you won't get on News. So grab your coffee, sit back, and let's dive into the real business of the Emmys. Let's kick off with the headline story. The studio absolutely dominated. If you haven't seen the studio, think Succession meets Saturday Night Live. It's sharp, it's messy, and apparently, Emmy voters couldn't get enough. Here's the big list of wins. Best Drama Series. The studio. This is their first major Emmy sweep, and it puts them officially in prestige TV territory. Best Actor in a Drama. Seth Rogen. And yes, he came up on stage with that iconic laugh. Best Actress. Jean Smart. I'm convinced she has her own private shelf at the Emmy offices at this point. Best Writing. The studio showrunners gave a heartfelt speech about the writers' strike and how this win felt like a comeback for all writers. Comedy side. Best Comedy Series. Hacks. Still unstoppable. If you aren't watching Hacks yet, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Supporting Actor/Actress. Evan Goldberg and newcomer Lila Ramsey, both from Adolescence, delivered emotional speeches that brought the house down. And speaking of Adolescence, it also took Best Limited Series, proving this show went from hidden gem to cultural moment. Bottom line, if you're running a streaming service, you just updated your homepage with these winners because every Emmy equals more subscribers. Okay, now for the fun stuff. Biggest snub, the Pitt, HBO's crown jewel this year, went home empty-handed. No Best Drama, no acting awards, nothing. The internet lost its mind. Some fans are calling it Emmy robbery. Matlock reboot. Kathy Bates was expected to score at least supporting actress, but nope. The reboot has been struggling with ratings, so this snub might be the final nail in the coffin. White Lotus, usually a big winner, this time it only picked up a technical award. Maybe Emmy voters finally said, okay, we get it. Rich people cry in beautiful hotels. Next, Seth Rogen's speech, the most viral moment of the night. He literally said, it feels weird thanking the Academy when I spend most of my life making fun of them. The camera cut to the producers, and they were not amused. Twitter, sorry X, had a field day with memes. Jean Smart's dedication. She dedicated her win to late collaborators and thanked fans for supporting Hacks during its weirdest season yet. Total class act. Moments like this remind us, the Emmys aren't just about trophies. They're about setting the tone for the next year of TV. Now, Luxe fam, let's talk money, because that's where this gets juicy. 1. Streaming surge. Shows that when Emmys see immediate spikes in viewership. We're talking 30 to 50% jumps within a week. That means more ad revenue for platforms like Hulu, Max, and Netflix. And if you own stock in any of them, last night was good news. 2. PR power. An Emmy isn't just a trophy, it's a marketing tool. Posters get updated overnight to read Emmy award-winning series, which translates into millions of dollars in added brand value. 3. Talent costs. Seth Rogen's per-episode salary just went up. Same for Jean Smart, Evan Goldberg, and the showrunners of the studio. Agents are already renegotiating contracts this morning. 4. Advertisers. 30-second ads during the Emmys cost up to $350,000 this year. That's almost Super Bowl territory, which means networks are still betting big on appointment TV. 5. Green lights and renewals. Winning means survival. Expect the studio season 3 and Adolescence spin-offs to be greenlit faster than you can say for your consideration. This is why I always say, the Emmys are less about art and more about business. If you understand that, you understand Hollywood. Let's zoom out for a second. The Emmys are a cultural mirror. When a show like Adolescence, which deals with mental health and coming of age, wins big, it signals that audiences and voters want more real, more raw storytelling. When the studio sweeps, it tells writers and creators, yes, we want smart, witty, behind-the-scenes drama. Even the diversity of winners matters. This year, we saw more first-time winners of color than ever before in major acting categories. That's a big deal for an industry that's been criticized for being too homogenous. And here's the kicker. The Emmys still shape global entertainment. Netflix, Disney+, and Apple TV Plus now have even more incentive to create Emmy-worthy shows to dominate next year. Hollywood listens to the Emmys because prestige equals profit. Quick PSA for my Canadian Luxe fam. You can watch the Emmys on CTV Live or stream them on Crave the next day. For everyone else, highlights are already on YouTube. Go watch Seth Rogen's speech if you missed it. Trust me, it's worth it. And the 2026 Emmy conversation already started. Expect shows like the Pitt to campaign aggressively next year because no one likes going home empty-handed twice. So Luxe fam, what do you think? Did the studio deserve that sweep? Was the Pitt unfairly snubbed? And should Seth Rogen just host the Emmys next year officially, since he kind of stole the show anyway? Drop your takes in the comments, smash that like button, and share this with a friend who still thinks the Emmys are boring. Because here at Luxe Wealth Society, we don't just watch the Emmys, we follow the money behind them. See you in the next deep dive.